Zara paced back and forth in her room, her hands trembling as her phone lit up on the desk. Another message from Rehan. She pushed herself not to reply. She knew he was bad for her, but she loved him. Tears streamed down her face. How had she, the girl who had always been so careful, ended up here? It all started with one innocent message. Hi, Zara. The sender was Rehan, a classmate she rarely spoke to. At first, she hesitated to reply, but her nafs whispered, "It's just a kind message. There's no harm in responding." And so Zara replied, "Thank you." That one response turned into another, and soon their conversations became regular. When Rehan asked, "Can we be friends?" she knew it was wrong, but found herself unable to resist the attention. Late-night chats became routine. One night, Rehan asked her for a picture. "I can't do that," she replied, feeling uneasy. But Rehan insisted. "You're going to be my wife someday. What's the harm in showing me your face?" Her nafs whispered again. "It's just one picture. He loves you." Against her better judgment, Zara gave in. She sent him a picture of herself. Rehan's requests became bolder. He asked to meet her in university. She was scared. She had never spoken casually with a guy, let alone met one. But the temptation was strong. The next day, they met in university, sat on a bench, and laughed together. She was happy. At one point, Rehan accidentally touched her hand while taking a book, though she pulled her hand back. The moment unsettled her. That night, she cried in Salah. "Why did I enjoy it? What's wrong with me?" she asked Allah for help. "If this man isn't good for me, take him away. Show me the right path." The next day, something happened that changed everything. It felt like Allah had answered her prayer. Zara came across a YouTube video of a woman. The woman recited the ayah, "Do not even go near zina," and explained that this command doesn't just forbid the act of zina itself, but also anything that leads to it. When a man and a woman are alone, the woman said, Shaytan is the third among them. Shaytan puts desires in their hearts, making bad acts seem good. What begins as an innocent message, a casual chat, or a meeting often leads to sin. People who fall into haram didn't plan it. They let their guard down and allowed Shaytan to enter their hearts. The woman continued, "Control your desires for the sake of Allah. Guard your private parts and lower your gaze, and Allah will reward you with someone truly deserving. As He promises, good men are for good women, and good women are for good men." Zara's heart trembled. Zara started ignoring Rehan's messages. She knew she couldn't leave him all at once. She loved him and believed he was the one she was supposed to marry. She turned to prayer, asking Allah for help. It became her constant plea. "Ya Allah, if this man is good for my deen and dunya, make this path easy for us and make him my mahram. If he is not good for me, take him away and bring me peace." Eventually, Allah answered her prayer. One day, Zara and Rehan exchanged a few messages. He told her he was going to take a nap and would talk later. Zara continued her day until her phone buzzed again. It was a message from Rehan, but something felt off. She opened it and froze. The message was vulgar and inappropriate, words she never thought Rehan would say. Her heart pounded as she read it again. Then it hit her. The message wasn't meant for her. With shaking hands, Zara messaged him. "What is this, Rehan?" Rehan called her immediately, panicked. "Zara, it's not what you think. My friend was using my phone and sent that to his girlfriend by mistake." But Zara wasn't convinced. The guilt and hesitation in his voice were unmistakable. In that moment, she realized the truth. Rehan had been talking to other girls all along. Her world shattered. The man she had trusted, the one she thought would marry her, had been deceiving her. She blocked him. She realized she was just an option to him. She cried endlessly, tears streaming down her face as she lay on her bed, staring at the ceiling, asking herself why this had happened to her. "I loved him. I was loyal to him," she whispered. Then she remembered the video of that woman and realized, why was I expecting something halal from a haram relationship? He asked me for friendship. Wasn't that a clear sign? Islam doesn't allow private relationships between men and women, yet I accepted it myself. Suddenly her body trembled as a chilling thought struck her. What if I had married him and only then discovered his cheating? What would I have done? In that moment, she understood Allah had saved her. Despite putting herself in danger, lowering her guard, and displeasing Allah, He had still protected her. She poured her heart out in thanks to Allah for saving her from a man like Rehan. She begged him to make her so strong that she would never allow a non-mahram into her life again. From that day on, she relied completely on Allah for protection. As the months passed, Zara began to heal. Slowly but surely, the pain faded and she found peace. Rehan became a distant memory as though he had never existed. Years later, Zara received a message from her friend Aisha. "My cousin saw you at my wedding. We all like you a lot and he wants to send a proposal. Can we have your father's number?" Zara's heart swelled with gratitude. She knew this was the man Allah had written for her. He respected her and sought a halal relationship, not a haram one. He honored her through the proper channels, as she deserved. Zara's story is a reminder for every sister. Protect your heart and choose Allah over fleeting desires. When you do, Allah will give you something far better than what you sacrificed.